you wasn't meant to win this ball game. You just shake this off, and then you look at it and say, the 7 or 8 guys that I need them right now. And we're not going to be able to contend and beat the best until I get my best 7 or 8 guys that I'm looking for. And majority of them got to be on that offensive line, defensive line. And that's why he's probably bringing in Warren Sapp. That's why he's probably bringing in T.O. is what I'm hearing for the wide receivers. You get some good Hall of Famers in there with some cachet. Not only is it going to bring more talent and recruits to your ball club, but everybody's going to want to play for these type of Hall of Famers. Deion Sanders, your head coach. T.O. is your wide receivers coach. Warren Sapp is your defensive line coach. Who wouldn't want to come play for Colorado? If you're looking to get to the league, to the next level, and you got the guys there who've been to that level and perfected that level, actually have a gold jacket, oh yeah, you're going. You're going. Because you're a fan of these players as well as you was growing up. And now you got a chance to be side by side taking tips from them. You can't beat that. And it's something you can't even pay for. You can't buy that kind of knowledge. They were just outwitted, outplayed, out-talented, however you want to call it. Colorado was not meant to win this game before it started. Yeah, we had a lot of hope. We believed. But once I saw this team, see, I haven't seen Oregon play. You know what I mean? I haven't seen Oregon play. And if I have seen them played, I could have told you this a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure some of the players and Deion, even though he can't admit it, he knew this team was way on another level than where they're at right now. Now, can he beat this team somewhere down the line? Of course. But he has to plug in more players. He can't win and beat this team with what he has right now. It's not going to happen. Like I say, play them 10 times in a row, you're going to lose 10 times in a row. And that's no shot to Colorado Buffaloes. That's just the facts. That's just the facts. Now, they need to get themselves together, regroup, which I know they're doing. You got another big game coming up, USC. That's not no chopped liver from what I'm hearing. I haven't seen them play a full game. Because like I said, I'm just now back covering college. I've been absent since 96, 97. Don't watch college ball. This Colorado Buffalo team's got me watching college ball. So I'm getting to see the teams that they're playing against. So like I said, if I'd have seen Oregon play, I would have told you off the bat, oh hell no. Yeah. It's a good test for them, but ain't no way they winning that ball game. No way. They would have to fall off the boat. They'd have to been hitting the head with a hammer 20 times, everybody on that team, for you to win this ball game. It's the only way. So, yeah, don't feel bad about it. It is what it is. Now, you could pick it apart and say we could have played better. We missed some assignments. Our tackling was terrible. Look at all the penalties we got. You could say all the things in the world, what you could have done better, but it wouldn't have mattered. You'd have still lost the ball game, especially when you ain't got your hogs right down there in the middle. Yeah, man, Oregon took care of business, and they took care of business like they're supposed to take care of business at home. And it's a tough place to play, but Bo Nix, he is the truth. And I thought the other guy from last week was the truth, a good guy. I mean, he played bad, but he worked himself out of a bad game by continuing to play. I forgot the young man's name, but he played his ass off for Colorado State. And then you come in with Bo Nix. Oh, man, Bo Nix is on a whole nother level. Heisman candidate. But, man, just when you thought you couldn't see nothing better, oh yeah, it's a whole lot better. And USC might show something too. But if USC is something like the Oregon Ducks, which I don't know, maybe, or better. I know they got a quarterback over there that's pretty tight too. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate. Shadur Sanders, I'm pretty sure he wants to show up against him, especially off a loss like this. But Shadur Sanders, we don't get into this box sheet a little bit, but like I said, Colorado had no chance in this game. From kickoff, they've been on their heels. Penalties hurt them bad. And this team here was just fast and furious. They came out of the gate. That offense was worked down to a crisp. The defense was pressure all game long on Shadur Sanders. He didn't have time to fart. Do you hear me? If he broke wind, he was down on his back. So like I said, there's no shame there. You just get better each game, each week, each year. And get those recruits over there, because you're going to need a whole lot of big ones down there on that line. You have the skilled players, but you still want to continue to add each year. But Prime knows that. Keep adding your skilled players and make sure you get some dogs down there. So I mean some mean dogs on that offensive line and that defensive line that's looking to hit and push people around. Once you get that and you got Dylan Edwards, scat back, he's going to better find some room and make some noise as well. Because if you look at it, this 2 games in a row, Dylan Edwards didn't really, I don't want to say he didn't show up, but he didn't have opportunities. These defenses have been keying in and they've been corralling him and wrapping him up. Yeah, Deion Sanders, he was 23 for 33 for 159 and 4.8 on average and 1 touchdown. See, you look at that and you say, well, he didn't play a bad game. He didn't play a bad game. He just didn't have no opportunities. He spent most of his time running, scrambling, getting hit, put on the ground. Quarterback is not going to be that effective that way. Before as his numbers, it's kind of average, but he just didn't have a bad game. He didn't have time to throw the ball. He was too busy scrambling and running. 23 for 33 with a strong running game with some dink and dunk. That's a good ball game. You can win, but not against an Oregon team. They're too high-powered, too fine-tuned. They right deep into their craft. They got an expertise about them, and man, to beat a team like that, not only that you got to have the personnel, but you got to go in that game sharp and crisp as a cookie, Jack. Crisp as a cookie. Because this team here, to me, was all world, what I seen in that game. And I know Colorado, everybody looking for them to lose a lot of games. They're not going to be good. They only won 1 game last year. I know all about that. You could say that this team is garbage if you want to. Colorado Buffaloes are garbage. That's why Oregon did what they did. You can say whatever you want to say. But what I seen on that field from these Ducks, it don't matter who they played. Number 2, number 3 in country, whatever, they was going to give them all they got. I know that. Well, as far as the running game, like I say, it wasn't there. Really, nothing was there. Really, you just crumble this up and throw it in the trash. That's why I'm not even going to put it on the spotlight. There's no need for anybody really to see it. I'm just breaking it down here real quick, but no running game whatsoever. It's probably a better running game than they had in previous weeks, but this is just 5 carries for 31 yards from Anthony Hankerson. Dylan Edwards, your scat back. He only had 3 carries, 21 yards. See, not many opportunities. The guy underneath him, McCaskill, he had 5 carries for 17 yards. So it wasn't much. Excuse me. It wasn't much there at all. Nothing to look at. Then you go down here on the receiving, you had Xavier Weaver. He had 9 catches for 75 yards, 8.3, and that might be the highlight of the whole night right there. Xavier Weaver, 9 catches for 75 yards. That was the highlight of the whole night. That and finally getting into the end zone to get a touchdown, to not have it like a complete blowout with a goose egg up there. Those are the 2 highlights. You didn't have the goose egg, and you had Weaver go for 9 catches for 75 yards. And the guys under him, Javon Antonio, 3 catches, 42 yards. Michael Harrison, which he's been stepping up big. He didn't have many opportunities in this game, 3 catches, 22 yards. Nothing. Jawan Mitchell, he had 10 tackles for a solo. He was a highlight. But let's go up here to Oregon. You got to give them their praise. They were pumped up. They was ready for this ball game. They got tired of hearing all the noise. You heard the coach pumping them up, talking about the clicks. This ain't Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. We ain't looking for fame. We going out there. We want to put it on the grass. We're going to show you on the grass, not in social media. And his team bought in, and they bought in very well. 28 for 33, Bo Nix. 276 yards, 8.4 on average, 3 touchdown passes. He had 1 pick. Bucky Irvin, 10 carries for 89 yards. These guys had a lot of room to run on that Colorado Buffaloes defense. It seemed like every time they touched the ball, you seen a gap almost this big. Or they're coming around the edge with nobody there, or they took a bad angle and they're turning the corner. They was getting chunk plays after chunk plays. That's why I said it was like a video game to Oregon. Video game. 10 carries for 89 yards. The guy almost averaged 9 yards. Basically, you could say he averaged 9 yards a carry. Bucky Irvin. Jordan James. He had 7 carries for 54 yards. And he averaged 7.7. Then the guy under him, which is number 3 guy, Noah Whittington. 8 carries, 45 yards. He's 5.6 on average. Everybody that touched the ball averaged 5 yards or better. 5 yards or better. Troy Franklin, wide receiver, 8 catches, 126 yards, almost 16 on average, 2 touchdowns. Trayshawn Holden, 4 catches, 52 yards, 13 on average. So they had a whole bunch of guys catching the ball, getting a lot of yardage, as well as the running backs. Everybody ate. You know what it was? It was a party. So yeah, no love lost. No love lost at all. Is everybody gonna stop watching Colorado because of this game? No. The haters gonna keep watching. The people who supporting them gonna keep watching. We didn't expect Colorado to win it all this year. Each game they win is a milestone. This is something that's just like put together. You know what I mean? This is the first season with Coach Prime. Things have to come together, and they will come together. That's a guarantee. We know that. Prime is a winner. He's winning at every level. He's inspirational. He's a hell of a motivator. He's the best guy who ever done it in his position. He's planning on adding more Hall of Famers. T.O., Warren Sapp, proven guys who's passionate about the game and about these kids they're going to be bringing in. And like I say, they are coming. Pause. They will be. But they have to go through these little bumps. I know all the hype and everything is going crazy. They was 3-0, winning ball games right out of the gate. Eventually, it was going to play a team like Oregon or somebody who got some cachet that's going to come in and say, we're tired of hearing this. It's time to put you where you belong, okay? So, no, man. No love lost. Still going to watch, still intrigued to watch this team all the way through, even when they're losing. Because you're going to see something special, and I just like the story. I like what he's doing, with these kids and bringing a different way of doing things. And I like all the haters that's trying to push him out the way. So, but you better believe it. Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime, they're going to have their day. You better believe that. And it's coming sooner than later. 1 to 3 year gap. With me, with my 1 to 3 year the gaps and spans, it's either 1 to 3 that I use, or I usually use like 3 to 5 years. But I see 1 to 3 with them for really knocking down the door to when teams come in, they're going to be looking to lose. It's going to be a surprise if you beat Colorado Buffalo. It's going to get to that point once they get everything in place. So, yeah, man, it was unfortunate. It was frustrating watching it. I will say that. Because you wanted a game. You want them to have a chance to at least beat them. But Oregon wasn't hearing any of that. They were just completely better. That's all you can say. They were just better. They can play them tomorrow. They can play them tonight. It really doesn't matter. Till you get some more pieces in place, that will continue to happen. Now, next one up is USC. That's going to be a fight. If you can find a way to win that game, it erases this Oregon game. You right back on your stride again. But USC is going to be hard to do as well. So I will go in that game just trying to fight as hard as you can. Have your expertise down. Have your pieces in place. Have your game plan down. Put everybody in position. Making sure they're playing 110% the whole game. Try to put some fight into that offensive and defensive line to make them starved and hungry that they want to go down there and make a difference and get back there and hit some people. But yeah, that's it for Colorado. Wasn't a shock. I mean, everybody heard about Oregon. Even if you haven't watched them play, you heard how great they were. And you knew coming in that the Buffaloes have to have a perfect game to win. A perfect game just to stay in the game, more than just win it. But yeah, so it didn't turn out that way. And next team up, USC. And we'll check them out coming up on the weekend. So, let's put some plugs in a socket. When we come back, we're going to cover those Texans. You want to talk about, I feel like a proud papa today. A proud papa. Talk about these Texans. Unbelievable. That performance they put out there, I haven't seen that in never. But we'll put some plugs in a socket and we'll be right back. Quick hitters. If you haven't checked out the website, goodymogoods.com, check it out. Everything in here is customizable to fit the way you like it. So just send me an email with the font and an image and we'll take care of you. And also remember, 5% off if you subscribe to this website. For $19.99 a year, you get 5% off on all items in the store. So don't forget that. Actually, we can come down here. You have your subscribe form. Put in your email address, click here, become a member, GDW membership plan, $19.99 every year. Save 5% on all orders with this plan. So take advantage of it. Thanks for y'all time and enjoy the show. Houston Texans, that's what I'm talking about. You went out there with fight. You went out there with a game plan. You went out there undermanned. You had people missing, top guys missing on the defense, in the secondary, on the defensive line, missing offensive linemen. And you went out there and you fought like you had everything in place. This team is coming along, and I've been looking at them each week. And this week it finally came together. This was a complete team win, all phases of the game. Matter of fact, did y'all see Beck on the kickoff? When he first got the ball, I'm like, hold on, who was that at first? I'm like, that man got a little meat on his bones. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to make it. Beck hit the sideline. First of all, he first bobbled the kickoff. Then a guy ran up to him. He bounced off of him like he was a rubber band. He hits the sideline, turns it up. He got people falling at his feet. He had this one guy had an angle on him. By the time he caught up to him, he was out of breath. He was looking for oxygen. He just dove at his feet like he was really going to try to take him down, but I think he just needed a break. Fell at his feet. He stumbled all the way for a touchdown on the kickoff. We're talking about a fullback here. A fullback. Please go back and look it up. Please, somebody look it up. When the last time a fullback ran back a kickoff? I would love to see that. Last time a fullback ran back a kickoff. Man, this dude here, it seemed like it took 5 hours for him to make it to that end zone, but he made it. And it was a big point in the game because it put him up. Again, I think it was by 2 touchdowns, something they needed because Jaguars were like they're about to catch a little momentum. And you know how us Houston Texans fans do. We be like, okay, here we go again. It's for the same old bullcorn, right? But oh no, man, he scored that touchdown. The momentum swung right back again, put the pressures back on the Jaguars. And I'm like, this is a complete game. C.J. Stroud, man, I can go on and on and on. C.J. Stroud has gotten better each game this year. And he finally put it together, all together in this game. He didn't look like no rookie on Sunday. No rookie at all. This man commanded that offense. He was making the key throws. It was one throw that he made, and it wasn't even a highlight throw that I was like, he's getting it. It's when he was in the pocket, he was going through his reads, and the pocket started to collapse. And at the last minute, he threw it out to a security blanket, right on the flare out, and the guy picked up a first down. Did he pick up a first down, or he picked up 5, 6? It was something like that. I'm trying to think of what quarter it was. But yeah, man, he went through his progressions. It wasn't there, but he hung in that pocket. But he had a timer going off in his head like, okay, I got to get rid of it. And next thing you know, boom, right to the side. Picking up positive yardage. He's growing. And he's done that several times on Sunday, going through his progressions instead of just going with the first guy he sees open. This guy's a student of the game, and he's getting it. He's precise in what he's doing. He's commanding the offense. He's getting in and out of the huddle right now. Dameon Pierce, he's picking up some yardage now. This has been the biggest run game they've had this season so far. They found a little wiggle room, and I like they put the fullback. Starting to lead, they went old school now. You know, like Moose Johnson, Allstott back in the day, leading fullbacks for lead play runs. He was opening up some holes, and it made a difference. The protection was a lot better in this game. They schemed up, man. They did the right thing to try to protect with max protection and fullback going out there leading the way for the running game. So this is picture perfect. The defense showed up as well. The defense showed up. They did not even allow 20 points in this game. 37-17. And what did I say about scoring points with this team? Averaging about 21 points, 28. I said they can average. They put up 37 today. They put up 37 points today. And that's what this offense can do on a regular basis once they really get it together and fine-tuned. Today was like fine-tuned. Yeah, we know it's the Jaguars. They're in our division. It's a knockout, drag-out every time the Texans play them. But they're still the Jaguars, and they could have easily won this game as well if we didn't come in ready to play. They came ready to play, and it was a must-win. Houston had to get this game because you go down 0-3 in this league, your season is done. It's done. Can't make that up. Too many hungry teams out there. You get behind the 8-ball 0-3 and see where you find yourself. 0-2 was bad enough, but it's manageable and maintainable to come out of it. But go down 0-3 and see what happens. Start playing in your mind a little bit. You start questioning yourself, can you win? So they needed it, they got it, and now it's time to move on. They can build on that. They feeling good about themselves, and they deserve to feel. I feel good about it. I feel good about what happened here on Sunday afternoon. Something I haven't seen in a long time. So I know Houston fans are talking it up, and they're excited about what happened on Sunday. No doubt about that. That was a picture-perfect game. What I like to see, they didn't even try to hold the ball. They played aggressive. They took some shots down the field. What we talk about? Tank Dell. What did we talk about? Tank Dell. What did they do? They went to Tank Dell. What did they do? They went over the top. The guy should get 1 or 2 deep balls each quarter. They did exactly that in this ball game. The guy is too powerful. We done said it plenty of times. You have to put the ball in his hand. Yeah, I know Robert Woods. You want to get to Nico every once in a while. And I know they veterans. I know this guy's a rookie and you thinking we want to slow him in. No, sometimes rookies, they play out of their mind. They're ready now, some rookies. Tank Dell is just not no regular rookie. When you got speed like that and he can catch, take the top off the roof, you know what that does to the defense? That loosens that defense up. And then next thing you know, Pierce got room to run. That's exactly what it does. Because if you show them that you're willing to take a deep shot every once in a while, they're going to be on their heels. So we can't backpedal. Continue to build on this going forward, being aggressive, taking shots, and making sure you get Tank Dell the ball every opportunity you get. Drag routes, quick outs, slants, deeps, whatever it is, move him around. Let's get a little brilliant like these other offenses out there in the league. Let's try to disguise him. We can move him all over on that offensive side. Left, right, in, out. It don't matter. In the backfield, whatever we got to do to get him the ball, get him the ball. Man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. They took shots deep. So I was very excited about this game. And y'all, I'm sorry, I got to calm down. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but hey, it was good. Let's get to this box sheet real quick.